Good morning, guys. This morning I'm gonna show you how to replace the Nerf bars on 2019 Toyota Tundra Crew Max. The procedure is the same for essentially 2009, I believe, and all the way up to 2019. Um, I already did this side over here, and it was pretty easy. I learned a couple of things along the way, and I will show you. Alright, the tools you will need is essentially a ratchet and an extension, and I believe this is a 1/2 inch. Pretty sure it is. And to speed things up, you can use a cordless drill. Now this is what you're gonna do. There are 2 bolts over here. On the Tundra, there was a total of 3 brackets. Alright, and your ICE Nerf bars, the Magnum version, comes with 4 brackets for the Crew Max. The 4th bracket is actually installed right here. You gotta take those off, and that will allow you to put the additional support bracket. So anyways, to speed things up, use your cordless drill right here. Alright, sorry for the shaky camera. It's kind of hard to work with just one hand. Alright, that's simple. Now, this is my advice. Once you're pretty much done with all of them, just leave one bolt in, and leave the one from the middle. Okay? That way, when you're ready to take this thing down, it's gonna have a little bit of support from the middle, and it's gonna be easier for you to balance it. Alright, so I had already taken off the Nerf bar. Now we proceed to organize the things that we need and start the process of installing the Magnum Nerf bars. Alright, what you need to know is that there is one bracket that is different than the rest. You have a total of 4 brackets, as I mentioned earlier. 3 that are identical. Those go from the middle back. The one in the front is different. It's easily noticeable. Okay, if you compare it, it's much bigger, right? And this is the one that goes in the front. Okay, so again, it's a lot bigger. All the bolts are the same size, the nuts, whatnot. But one thing that you need to do is have the washer and the locking, I believe it's called locking nut, already in it, because since you're gonna be working, looking, upwards, it's gonna be easier for you to get things done. Alright guys, the first one I'm gonna install is the one in the front. Make sure that when you install the brackets, to not tie them down. Leave them a little loose. Alright, so this is what I did. This is what you do, right? Just tie them by hand, thread them by hand. Make sure that you don't cross thread them, because otherwise you're gonna be in a world of trouble. So that's all essentially you do with the brackets. Again, leave them a little loose because you need to adjust them. Alright guys, so I'm done installing the brackets. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna line up the actual Nerf bar.
To figure out which one is the front end, you measure 18 inches from this tip to the middle of this step.
Here, let's demonstrate. Grab this. My helper over here is gonna demonstrate it. So, as you guys can see,
18
is
right there.
18 inches right
And the
there.
middle is
Lines
right
up with
here.
this. So this is the front end. That's right. So it goes right there. Thank you, helper. All right, guys. A little tip over here. Once you install the brackets, right, you want to install this thing. All right, and the way you install them, just like that. All right, very simple. Just do it on every single one of them. And my helper is gonna do the other two. Very good. And the next one. Fantastic. Now it's gonna be easier for us to mount the actual Nerf bar. Once you put the Nerf bar in using the bottom portion of the little holding brackets, we're gonna use this for the top bolts. Those three. Yeah, those four actually. I'm sorry. Those four items, and I'll demonstrate in a minute. So this is what I was telling you. That bolt right there, right? You need to put this plastic thing right here. It's a little annoying, but it'll go there. Alright guys, so you can see I put a little plastic in there. So little thing that I just learned, you can just essentially screw it in, and it'll, instead of popping it, you can just you know, twist it and it'll go in. So the next thing we're gonna do is put in the washer, right, and then the locking nut, or the locking washer, and then the nut. Hold on, I want to pause this because it's kind of difficult to do it with one hand. Alright guys, so this is how it goes. Pretty simple. I just hand tied it. Right, you don't want to you know, tie it too tight right now, because we need to adjust the Nerf bar. Do the same thing for the rest of the brackets.
One.
Alright guys, so as you can see, we already installed the Nerf bar. Now the other thing we gotta do is line it up, and once it's lined up, we start tying things down. So first thing we gotta do over here, by the way, my helper is filming right now. We have to make sure that the distance is equal both sides, because this one slides forth a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure that it lines up properly. So I think that's a good position.
Wait, it's not done yet?
Alright, so now it's sort of aligned a little bit, but what you gotta do is you have to tie down the actual brackets. This one's right here. Okay, those are the first ones that you gotta do, right? You gotta tie those down to 20 pounds, I believe, and then you have to align this thing, the height, because it moves back and forth. So then you do these ones.
Alright, so we're almost done. By the way, I'm the helper. All you gotta, he's doing what he told you. So just keep us posted.
Alright guys, this is the final product. These are the ICI Magnum Nerf bars for Toyota Tundra Crew Max. They're solid. This is my second set. I've had it on my previous F-150. So they look awesome, and they're pretty durable. Thanks for watching.